Hello, One Piece collectors. This is Shay with OP TCG, and today we've got for you guys another market watch. This is going to be our May market watch, and I'm going to try and keep it to under 15 minutes. My apologies for last time. I kind of went on a rant and started talking about lots of different things for each card, so we're going to speed it up and just zoom through it this time. Charlotte Katakuri, lowest price we've ever seen on this card ever. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have one for your collection, it might be the time. Same here, PRB category, alternate art. Again, this is the lowest we've seen this card, almost the lowest. It actually hit 40, 49, or 48. So getting there, slowly falling week by week, just a couple dollars. It's still holding quite strong though. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Monkey D. Luffy, this is from OP09 alternate art. This has been holding that $30 range for the past couple of weeks. Almost the past month it's been holding this $30 mark. The regular SEC version of this has been going underneath $10, about $9. So if that one stays around that price, I think this one will also stay around this price. It might go to like 25. But it is quite a nice card, so I think it does look like the graph maybe is trending a little bit downward, so maybe we'll hit that 25, we'll see. Kuzan, this is alternate art Kuzan from PRB, and it has shot up in the past couple of weeks, I think due to some Navy support being released in the up and coming sets. So people are scooping up play sets. As you can see here, quite a few people buying a few copies at 35 and above. There was a set earlier today, I think at 25 today, but I think I scooped that one up. Might as well. It's too good, too nice of an art as well. And if Navy is going to be relevant, I think it's going to go back to that 35 range. Let's see how that deck performs. Borsalino, this is just one to add to this is again PRB alt art, and it's almost the price of a pack, like a PRB pack. You can get an alternate art of, one of your favorite characters if you like Borsalino. Also, I mean, this card was once almost $30, and here we are at 7, like free shipping, little tax, $7. You get 2 here. I don't know. If you don't have one for this collection, just add it. It's nice. This also is a new low I'm seeing on this card. It hit maybe $10 a year ago or something. Back like more than a year ago. Oh no, maybe less. Even still, this is a new low on this card, and one for the collection if you don't have it. This guy, I always butcher his name, Kozuki Momonosuke. He was much lower before, 6 months ago, longer, excuse me, 9 months ago in August, September. But even then, it did hit like $12, and now it's here again at 7. So it's a decent price if you want to pick one up. Just from a collector standpoint, if you're trying to 100% all these collections, I don't feel ever bad buying at any of these lows. It's Foxy. It might be relevant. It's got the 2, so it's going to be around for like another year and a half, at least. You also don't know how Legacy is going to play out, and you're getting Foxy at literally one of the lowest prices you can get. I think maybe it hit $2 is maybe for a couple days, maybe a week or two it hit $2, but then after that it's always been above that, even spiking up towards like 10 or 15 at one point. So yeah, I mean, this also is quite a good price, $3 for an alt art, 500 years of future. And it's got like a Shanks leader ability. I don't know if people know this. Like, this ability is Shanks. Like 10 cost Shanks. you play Foxy as your leader, obviously, but everyone gets minus 1,000, and it's a 7-drop. I don't know, it's pretty good. Monkey D. Luffy alternate art from OP05. I've just been seeing this on a downward trend. Obviously, Purple Luffy is still very, very strong. As you can see, ever since August, when One Piece kind of went through a little crash in June, July, I think August, and then ever since then, it's been on a tear, but now it's kind of correcting, finding a bit of a middle ground, I think. And here we are at like 50. And I think it might trend downward even more. But I also don't think picking up a Luffy alternate art leader at 50, especially Purple Luffy, that's going to be still quite relevant. Definitely for like the next 6 months to a year. I don't see this being too bad of a pickup at this price. Sanj, PRB, I'm going to keep yelling at the top of the rooftops about this. This graph is messed up, so we're not going to look at this. But this is going to be a $150 to $200 leader within the next year or two. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. That's my prediction. Capone Gang. I'm bringing this up just because, there was so much yellow hype back in January, February that this went up to almost $20. I guess maybe around 15. But still, that's like a 3x from here at $5. So I don't know. I think it's pretty good. If you can get it even lower at like $3 or $4, I definitely do that. These buys over here, at least 24, I was probably maybe like 10 of those, or 15. I scooped up quite a bit of these. I think if you can get like a PRB full art or alternate art for less than a PRB pack, I think it's almost a no-brainer. I think those are just, especially if it's like a staple like Capone Gang. It's a yellow staple. Kajino is on a rise to like $20. It was insane. And now here it is, half of that. Trending downward hard trend downward, but it's a gorgeous card. I don't even think I own one of them. I'm gonna probably wait until it's a bit lower. You can see, dear lord, over 100 copies. Yeah, people are just gonna keep on undercutting because it's gonna be a race to the bottom. Everyone's got a lot of copies of these, and these are from Best Selection Volume 2. So let's see. If it goes to 5, I'll probably be a buyer then. Let's see, maybe even a little higher, 6 or 7. Let's see. This is Monkey D. Luffy Dallas from OP Day Dallas. And I called this one with you guys about a month ago. I told you guys that I think this is the floor at around 40, maybe 35 we saw. But I told you, I don't think there's a lot of this on the market, and as long as Bandai does not reprint this at some other event, and they call it, One Piece Day Milwaukee, or Los Angeles, or NYC, whatever it is, right? As long as they don't reprint this, I think over time this card will trend toward the $100 range, just because it's this art is sick. And then just the scarcity of it. It's it's pretty thin. Pretty thin before we get to that 100 range. But Bartholomew, a lot of PRB in this because I see a lot of PRB bottoming, and then on this graph, a little bottom, a little maybe couple 10% rebound, but we'll have to see. PRB is one of my most interested sets. I'm also heavily invested in it. I'm gonna keep an eye on it for myself and also for you guys. This was at $15-20 at one point, and now it's at almost $6. So, moments like these, expensive PRB cards that are just hard to get. Buying it at low, I don't feel bad about. Same with this, Bello Betty. I would say this is definitely in its range. We're not gonna really count maybe this month because it's just PRB newness. People didn't realize. I think $5 is solid for this, but also it's a searcher. It's also got 2 on it, so it's gonna be in the rotation for a while. So I think a PRB searcher. Look at 5. I don't know about Revolutionary Army, but if any deck comes of it in the next year or two, then I think this is easily like a $10 plus card. So I think this is a pretty solid pickup. Guys, this is Marco alternate art under $5. I know it's not played, like no one uses this card, but it's just a gorgeous alternate art. Like this art is amazing. I'm a buyer here at 3. You guys can actually see. I think this is all me. On May 2nd, I bought like 10 copies at like $3.50. We can look at it. Yeah, I think this was me, $3.50. Even some of these maybe also were $3.50. I was just scooping up all the people who had free shipping. These ones are nice. I might go and look at these guys and see if they have anything else that we can add to the card and just scoop these up again at $3.50. Make the floor $4.50 or something. It's just too nice of an art not to appreciate. I'll leave that open for now. NL Goldon. NL Goldon, guys. This was a $200 Goldon at one point. I know it's showing only 150 on this graph, but I know it did get to 200 at one point. Not a lot of sales, and here we are at 100. I think this is a really good price for a Goldon. Yeah, really good. I'm gonna leave that open because I also might get one of those. Charlotte Presperino. Again, it's a searcher. I will admit though, it's only gonna be, you know, in the meta, quote unquote, for another 6 months before it's phased out because of rotation. 7 months, and then also it's only the top 3, so it's a bit worse, and it's on KO, so maybe not the best. But it's Big Mom. I feel like Big Mom will eventually become relevant again. So something to keep an eye on. Again, another PRB alternate art for under $5. Another PRB full art. This is different. Not all art, but a full art. And again, this was at $30, $25, $30 at one point, and now we're at under 10. Wild stuff. Wild stuff. Even at release, this was at 15. So I guess it's because green has better options maybe for this card. I don't know. I don't play green. Someone in the comments let me know why. Why is this falling? Oh, this could be a reason why. Duh. This is why I had this open. Sorry. Because this card came out. And this card is just, you know, more supply, so, and it's another alternate art version, so people just go with this one because it's half the price. Looks quite good as an art. So yeah, why would you pay double for the other one? You can just get this for $5 now. And this was released this was released maybe 2 weeks ago, so that's why we see the downtrend on the other one as well. So that's the reason why for this. So I think this also will. Yeah, you can see lots of supply here. Even some listings under that. So yeah, this will keep falling. Keep an eye. Izzo SP. I had to bring this up just because an SP at under 30. I know it's Whitebeard. No one's playing Whitebeard right now, but if Whitebeard ever comes back, maybe this card. You know, the thing is, there's also a lot of PRB Izzo. I think that's also affecting the card price on this. We got it right here. Full art Izzo, and then alternate art Izzo. This full art, not a lot at 3. Actually, some at 2 with $1.30 shipping. So yeah, all at $3 for this card. I have bought a few of these in the past couple days, I think. Maybe not this one, but I have bought this one, alternate art. And this, I can definitely say this probably was me over here, buying 10 at a time, just because it was at like $5, and I think it's crazy that this alternate art is at $5. no one knows what Legacy is going to be like. You know, Whitebeard might be really strong in Legacy, and we'll find out over the next couple of years. And it's not even going to be in a year's time. It might be 2 or 3 years time. Like, decks will evolve and rise up from the ashes, and then cards will be like, oh, we need that card. Sanj keeps falling. It's insane how much supply of this is on the market. 20 here, 20 here. I think I saw more earlier, but even at $4 and, like, you know, with shipping or free shipping, whatever it is, right? $5 for this card. This is Diablo Jamble for, you know, 1 extra, and then you have a counter in your hand. I think it's great. But I guess just because there's so much starter deck EX supply out there, that's why this is happening, I guess. But I'd pick this up for under $5 any day, because Diablo Jamble is still a $5 card in itself. And I feel like this is just better for one more. Maybe the one Dawn is the game changer, but I don't know. I think that card's great. Lim Event Pack. This also just came out like a month ago, and it's been really falling ever since. Keep an eye on it. I don't really know though if this limb is going to be used in any of the Odyssey limb deck. I just think they have other things that are better. Set this as active. Yeah, I mean, you're not attacking with this. You're not like gonna tap with this. Like, I just don't know why you'd use this. But someone let me know. Gotta speed this up. Already went over my limit. Tony Chopper, winner card. Hit a spike of 15, and here we are at now like $6. I think it's, you know, Animal is quite popular these days, so this guy's got 51, so yeah, I think it's gonna be a bit more of a race to the bottom on this one. We'll probably see it go to 4 and 3, especially if that deck falls out of favor. But still at a low, so I had to bring it up. Hongo, I actually saw this at a low of 11, 12 this week, but now I can only find 15 as the lowest for this, and I think that's just due to a lot of people playing Shanks. But I think in time, this will fall. It's still quite new. I think maybe there's more tournaments tournaments where they're giving out this prize, so keep an eye out. This one is also crazy. This one's at $10. I've never seen this card. It hit it once in October, and now it's at under that. Wild. This guy got 13 Mystic. But I've never seen this Kaya at 10, like under 10. Insane stuff. If you don't have this Kaya, great to add one to the collection. As we mentioned, this premium card collection, Best Selection Volume 3, was just released maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I think the MSRP for this from the Bandai store when you did order it, you know, maybe 9 months ago, was like $30. So people are looking for that 50% swing, you know, and that's why it's selling for this price. I think it might come down to 40, but yeah, it depends. Who knows? Divine Departure. This graph is also messed up on this one. We called this though 2 weeks ago, or a month ago. I told you guys when it was at 60, when it was at 55, 40, 45, not 45, but 55 plus 60. I told you guys it was gonna keep falling, and here we are, near mint foil at 40, 45. Yeah, this is also going to keep falling again. I think the next leg down will be 35, and maybe 30 for this, because again, it's an AA hit. I have to consider it like that. It's an AA hit. So then, how much would you want to pay for your playset of 4? I know people are only running maybe 2 in some decks, but even if you want your playset of 4 at 30, that's 120. I feel like that's probably reasonable for Divine Departure. Maybe 35 because it's really cool. Yeah, I think give it some time and it'll probably go underneath 40. And then keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out on that one. This card is wild to me too. This is Don Flamenco. I feel like this is like a Greco Moria with this ability. Play a 5 from your hand. for 8. I mean, what am I missing here? I feel like this should be like a $20 card. I don't know. I feel like also a parallel for $7. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's a no-brainer. This is Luffy Treasure Rare. Guys, how is Luffy Treasure Rare at $30? Like, this card was $60. 70, 80 at one point. I mean, that was yellow hype, I guess, but it's Luffy. And this art is insane, this art. I'd get one at 30 for this price. If you don't have this in your collection, like Luffy, it's nice. So I wanted to quickly bring up this, like almost the last section. We're almost done. Sorry guys, trying to keep it short. I wanted to bring up 2 Legends SP prices and then compare them to OPO10 SP prices. So quickly looking at some OPO10 prices, it's definitely fallen. Flampe at 43, Charlotte Pudding at under 40 for 39. Sanji, kind of the rare one. I saw him at 75 earlier this week, and now he's again rebounding to 90. I think people just love this art. It's also our first, I think, Sanji SP. I don't think there's any other SP of Sanji, so correct me if I'm wrong on that. Urgo SP also falling. It was at like 40, not 33, 35 maybe. And I'm bringing that up because compare it to 2 Legends box pricing as well as 2 Legends SP pricing, right? Because that's what we're also seeing for OP10. The box pricing and also I think the card pricing is going to be quite similar. So look, this would be like the $35 Urgo. This would be like the Charlotte Pudding, right, at $40 already. Obviously this Greco also is banned, but you know, it's still, we'll count it. You know, even Tashi's at like 40, 45. So similar. I think this Flampe might be a bit better, so maybe we'll consider it like in between these at like 50, which is where it's at now. I think it might. I thought this card is also played more. Add 1 to the top column of your life. Yeah, I feel like people. This is a good card. Maybe the art is why it's not valued as high right now. And yellow is just in that kind of weird. There's not a lot of strong yellow decks out there, I think. And then this Ace, I think you can compare this to like the Newgate. I don't have Newgate open because why would I have that prepared? So I didn't know where to call Newgate. I was hoping it was going to go to 200, but obviously that wasn't the case. It's still very pricey at 135. Mystic selling 6. It looks like quite a few buys actually. Yeah, I'm gonna say this probably. I don't know actually. Really tough to say. I think there's just a lot of supply. So I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go down towards, let's say 100 over time. It might hold 120 or 110, but I'm gonna say it might go to 100, maybe even under that. Let's see. Will be really interesting. So that might be like your jewelry Bonnie, Also your Usopp, Usohachi, also will be like the jewelry Bonnie. So, 2 strong SPs in Royal Blood OP10, compared to maybe 2 Legends. I think even Ace is quite nice. So yeah, just stuff to keep in mind. I think some of any of these SPs under $40, I don't think they're a bad buy. It's an SP hit. Yeah, I can't see that being bad. And then let's finish this up real quick. This is the tin pack Gear 5 Luffy Dawn. I would still wait on this. I think it's a bit too pricey right now. Over time, we've seen these double pack tin packs Dawn go under $4. Even I don't think anything has held that. Even stuff from two Legends tin pack is at like $3 right now. So I would just wait. I just think there'll be more supply on the market, so just hold off on this. This one is though a good price. This is the Gold D Roger, also from this tin pack that was released. I think this is a good price at $1.50, $1.90. This guy got it for $1 light played. This guy got 10 at 5. That's too much. Do not pay that price. 7 for $2 each. This guy got 5 for, this is a very good price. 155. These are amazing prices here. And that was just yesterday. So if you refresh, you might get some really good deals. Someone might just list a bunch for $1 or $2, $1.50. I would scoop that up. I think that's a great price for this Don. Any tin packs, tin pack Don, double set Don, you can get for $1, $1.50. I think is a great price. I'm gonna leave that open because I'm gonna keep an eye on that too. Gear 5 Dawn, this is the OG 1P promotion. Gear 5 Dawn, I called this one at 20 with you guys also about a month ago. That was the floor. Now there's only moderately played foils at the floor, at higher than that, at 23, 25, and then you're here at 30 bucks. This guy's actually got 10 at 27, and then after that, next 10 is at 30 bucks. So we called this, that the floor is 20. This graph is broken. But yeah, Gear 5 Dawn, not making it anymore. This Shanks is being released at more event releases or tournaments, whatever. So we're seeing a massive fall in this price. This was a $25 card. This is a $10 card now. And just give it time, it'll probably be even under that. I don't think a lot of Shanks decks even play this card. This is, I just want to bring up just because Pro Play has 36 of them listed at $30. Insane. I also saw someone buy 17 at $30 just a couple days ago. Also quite crazy. It's a beautiful artwork. It does not have any texture though. I don't know. I feel like just because of Pro Play having so many of stock in this, I think it'll come down. But yeah, keep an eye on it if you're interested. I don't even want to go into EBO2. It's in pre-release right now. It's being released this Friday. We'll have a discussion on it in 2 weeks. It's been awesome. Thanks you guys for watching. I'm sorry I did not keep this as short as I wanted, but it is shorter than the last one, so it's an improvement, and I will take that. See you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.